very nice to meet you.
Alexander,
Hello, Ian Basington. And Rima Scott.
Rima Scott.
One of our chair festival supporters and philanthropists as well. And Alexander very much does. Oh,
My Lord Lieutenant, High Sheriff, Mayor, Mr. Mayor and distinguished guests. My name is Monica Ferguson, Festival Director and Chief Executive and Artistic Director of The Stables, which is the music charity responsible for producing Milton Keynes International Festival. I'm delighted to welcome you here today on this very hot day, and I think it's probably the hottest day of the year, so forgive us for the heat, but please drink lots en route. But I'm delighted that you're here to help us welcome the launch of IF 2014. This is the third edition of the festival, which has quickly become a landmark event in the UK's cultural calendar. Last edition, in 2012, reached over 90,000 people, secured over £1 million worth of PR coverage, and delivered an economic impact of over £4 million. In founding this festival, we set out to transform Milton Keynes, not just changing the cityscape for 10 days, but also helping to develop the artistic and cultural soul of one of the fastest growing places in the UK. And that development takes place over 2 years, and we work very hard to find points of connection between the artists, the community, the businesses and the city's champions and stakeholders. This year's festival is inspired by the centenary of the First World War and the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, shortly to be staged. The festival explores the cityscape and the parklands, the built environment and nature's elements, the sacred and the secular, war and peace, discord and harmony, dissonance and resolution. Through large-scale spectacles and very intimate experiences, we are inviting people to discover what divides us and what unites us. But above all, we're inviting you to have fun and to see Milton Keynes from a different perspective. For 2 years, our artist-in-residence, Rosemary Lee, has worked with her creative team and the people of Milton Keynes to uncover the magic of the Cathedral of Trees in her new piece, Under the Vaulted Sky. Kath Matthews has walked from London to Milton Keynes to capture the sounds of the Grand Union Canal in the Lock Shift songs. And Jackie Kay has given voice to a little robot called Scrife, a mechanical sound writer, and she has given that voice through a new poem called Equinox, which has taken its inspiration from Milton Keynes. And in response to Milton Keynes Gallery's current exhibition, Cadences, Melanie Pappenheim will create a series of performances inspired by the themes of falling, destruction and gravity. It's all been made possible thanks to the continued investment of Arts Council England, Milton Keynes Council and the many trusts, foundations and individuals who've contributed cash, goods, services and a lot of moral support. My thanks go to everyone who has played their part. IF simply couldn't happen without you. Producing a festival on this scale takes a special team of people. Unfortunately, I haven't got the luxury of time today to credit all of the artists, producers, technicians, marketeers, administrators and the hundreds of volunteers who are involved. But there is one person who I must single out. Bill G has worked alongside us since 2009 to realise 3 extraordinary festivals. He's helped us to dream, and he helped those dreams to become realities. He leaves us at the end of this festival to go on to his next artistic adventure as Director of Dartington Hall Trust. I shall miss him hugely and forever be thankful that he spent the day with me walking through Milton Keynes back in 2009 and dreaming what would happen when we asked, what if? Today, I'm also pleased to answer the who's next question by introducing you, and I hope she's around somewhere, to Maria Bota, who will take on the role of creative producer for the next festival. Maria joins us, having developed the vision and programme for the 100-day festival in the run-up to and alongside the Tour de France's Grand Depart in Yorkshire. And with the experience of directing the Ageas Salisbury International Festival for 5 years and managing Huddersfield Contemporary Music Festival for 4 years. Now I'm looking forward to working with her on the what's next question. Before we invite you to join us on a tour of some of our major installations and projects over the next few hours, I'd like to welcome Sir Peter Bazalgette, Chairman of the Arts Council of England, and Councillor Pete Marland, Leader of Milton Keynes Council, both of whom will say a few words shortly. And we're also delighted that the Right Honourable Harriet Harman, QCMP, Shadow Deputy Prime Minister and Shadow Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport, is joining us today to mark the launch of the festival. But first, I'd like to introduce Dr. Anne Lim, who we are fortunate to have as a champion of the festival in her role as Chair of the Stables Events Board, but also in her role as Chair of Destination Milton Keynes and Chair of the South East Midlands Local Enterprise Partnership. We're privileged to be able to benefit from the big picture thinking which Anne can bring to the party, and in her many roles she's able to develop and help us to bring a range of partnerships to the festival. It seems appropriate, therefore, with such a mix of guests from the public, private, arts sector and charitable sector, to invite her today to introduce SEMLEP's new strategic plan for the arts, heritage, sports, visitor economy, cultural and creative partnerships and industries. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, friends, and first of all, this woman is a human dynamo. I love her to bits. The festival would not be here, as you rightly heard, without the festival producer Bill G. More of him shortly anon. But first of all, let me start, Monica, by not just thanking you for your kind words and for putting this thing on, but thanking you and your teams of staff, the volunteers who are just terrific, the artists, and everybody who's worked together to create this international festival.